What are the benefits of being a Samsara athlete? I've got a room with a view. I've got a boat. Driving the Benz, that's the benefit. That's the benefit. Sipping Aperol Spritz in Italy, that's my favorite benefit. Samsara climbing, 100% authentic, don't stop.
All climbers are connected to one another, not just through a shared passion, but through common bonds. They meet at the same places, climb the same routes, and bump into members of the community in the strangest locations all over the globe. From weekend warriors to professional athletes, they're all part of the network. Expanding out from the competitions of the Climbing World Cup to the rock faces around the world, the energy of the network moves like an invisible force through the climbing community. Before there were websites for slander and spray, before there were pro blogs and video beta, before Facebook and text messaging, there was already a network in place, connecting climbers all over the world to the spirit of a shared passion. One of the climbing network's key players of the past decade is Kilian Fischhuber. Kilian has performed well throughout all facets of climbing, but is widely regarded as the best competition boulderer of all time.
In terms of numbers, regularity, good at all styles, strong in the head, Kilian is really, really good.
He's been doing this for a while. I think he's got kind of all the tricks figured out.
I really admire that he managed to stay for such a long time to be really focused on competitions.
Climbing has shaped me, and most of all has shaped my lifestyle. And doing climbing competitions, I got to meet so many people. I've seen so many interesting places. I got a wider view of the world. I could establish my, let's say, personal network of good friends.
Arco, Italy, home of the 2011 World Championships of Rock Climbing, the event that determines who gets to call themselves the best competition climber in the world for the next year. If you really are the best, you've got one day to prove it. These are highly trained athletes who compete not just for the sake of their own ego, but for national pride, corporate sponsorships, and the chance to stand on a podium reserved for only the true legends of the sport. Each country brings their best athletes in each discipline to take a shot at the gold medal, and one by one, each competitor enters the first round of qualifiers. Their first glimpse of how the competition might go for them this year. Traditionally, Europeans have dominated in almost every facet of the sport. But in recent years, an enormous upwelling of talent from Russia has stunned the competition pool, with the Russian team consistently introducing incredible athletes with highly specialized skills that are rarely needed outside of competition. Today, they're dominating the scoreboard. In the women's field, the competition is just as fierce, with representatives from all the major teams vying for their shot at the podium, However, even during the qualification round, it's clear that Austria's Anna Stöhr will be taking home the gold. Things aren't as simple in the men's field, however, with no clear favorite. The men's finals begin, and the Russian team gets off to a fast start. Kilian Fischhuber, one of the most decorated athletes in the sport's history, is seeking his first world championship title. His consistency in competition is unmatched by anyone, but in the world championships, it's not consistency that counts. It can all boil down to a single problem or even a single move that decides the whole event. On the second problem, Kilian again fails to latch a crucial hold, opening the door for the other three. Kilian watches from the sidelines as the Austrian flag is presented in the top spot. Not for him, but for teammate and girlfriend Anna, who's arguably the best female boulderer that Austria has ever produced. For the men's podium, the Austrian flag is removed, folded, and replaced with the Russian colors.
No fun at all. The boulders were really cool, but I couldn't. I was climbing like, I don't know, like never before in my life. I don't know why. The podium would have been really nice. If you come out and you have a lot of luck and you have a good run, you enjoy the comp and you're fourth and you have fun. But if you come out and some coincidences come together and you have bad luck and you're reading the wrong sequence and you're not climbing boulders, it's not fun, and then I'm disappointed. The thing is, I want to climb and I want to have fun, no matter what place in the end. Of course, if I'm sixth, I'm angry. If I'm first or second, I'm really happy. And the fourth place, I don't talk about. The fourth place, it's just, I couldn't enjoy climbing at all. And that's what I hate, you know. Bouldering is gambling. You can be the best, 10 times better than anybody else, but if you don't read the sequence or if you don't have a run, you're not gonna win. And the others are not sleeping. It's really important for me that between training periods, I always have a time off the gym, time off of training, and go rock climbing. I really like to climb old classic routes, no matter how nice or not they are. And it was interesting to see how at that time people climbed and how the sport was at that time. So I really like to go back and like step into these people's minds and repeat what they have done. I don't want to plan and saying I will go to a new area and I want to do the hardest thing, the most famous thing, and then do all the easier things that come under that. That's not my approach. I want to go there and see as much as I can and climb what is interesting for me. The perfect climber is good on everything, and that's what I aspire or try to be. Because I know I'm not the best on crims nor on slopers or on jumps, but I'm really diverse, and that is what also helped me in winning so many World Cups and also being good in bouldering, lead climbing or whatever, alpine multi-pitch climbing. And that is what makes climbing so interesting. And if you are good and skilled on a wide range, you can enjoy so many different aspects of the sport.
After a busy season of competitions and a barrage of media, it's somewhat of a relief for Kilian and Anna to finally be back in their hometown. However, privacy is a rare commodity in the lives of professional athletes.
Kilian Fischhuber is the best competition boulderer ever. Now his 5th Boulder World Cup victory. My name is Steffen Kern and I'm working for the German climbing magazine Klettern.
Steffen has requested to be allowed into the couple's home to conduct an interview for Klettern, one of the biggest climbing magazines in Europe. Despite the interruption, Kilian and Anna are obligated to accept.
I think the interaction between the climbers and the media is like giving and taking, because they need us and we need them. In 3 days, the final stage of the World Cup will be in Munich, but he already is the overall winner of the World Cup, so I think he did very well this year.
In addition to being subjected to interviews, Kilian and Anna also have other forces pulling at them.
I have to fill out the Adams form on the internet, where I always have to register where I am at what time, and that 24 hours a day, so that the anti-doping control could possibly take a test.
Before the final event of the World Cup in Munich, Kilian and Anna decide to stop off at the Frankenjura for some sport climbing.
Frankenjura is a dispersed climbing area with lots of different small rocks and pillars, and the routes are usually rather short and the climbing is really powerful.
I love my kick and snare.
Munich is the last stage of the 2011 Bouldering World Cup circuit.
Basically, we have to compete for 20 spots to make it to the semi-final round, which is tomorrow morning, and then 6 people go to the final round.
The Russian team can win any comp. They are always there, and they're usually really good.
Nobody except the Russians know why the Russians are so strong. They're just really good. They do something we don't know to prepare themselves for the really important competitions. Obviously, they're really, really smart about their training. They don't expect bouldering to be fun.
However, Kilian is really, really good at competition. He's been doing it for a long time. It's really challenging as a route setter to set for Kilian. And Anna, mind you, because she's also leading the women's field. They have great climbing qualities, but their strategy, their time management, and their decision, their motivation to do a problem when they're in those final seconds, I think that's what separates them from others.
Kilian has had a great run in the semifinals and secures a spot in the final. Same for Anna. However, despite struggling on some of the problems, the Russian team does not seem concerned.
I had already won the overall World Cup for bouldering, but Dimitri had already won the World Championship. He was in his best shape of his life, I guess. And wow, he beat us. I mean, he was climbing so much better than the rest of the competitors. And for myself, I wasn't so motivated anymore since I had already won the title and it was the end of the season. My motivation was kind of low. The last boulder problem, it was an easy jump, but then I couldn't do the next move. And Dmitry Sharafutdinov almost fell because he slipped. But even then he just closed his hands like a machine. Yeah, it was like a miracle. I've never seen that
before. The Russian men placed first, second, and third in the competition, leaving the other teams perplexed. However, as predicted, both Anna and Kilian secured the overall World Cup title, a fantastic achievement in itself, tainted only slightly by the defeats at the recent competitions.
We're going for a TV show which will be broadcast on the Servus TV.
It's called Sport and Talk. It's pretty big, like there are all these planes and helicopters and stuff in there.
Anna and me have been on the show I think a couple of times so far, and the cool thing is that this TV station is really interested in our sport and in the people who do it. I'm sweating like hell, so I'm sure there would be nicer things to do than going to a TV show.
We both won the bouldering overall World Cup, so that's why we're invited to the show.
It's the Hangar 7, the place where all the planes and helicopters and Formula 1 cars are stored.
Austria's climbing scene is unique and has evolved beyond the fringe extreme sport that it is elsewhere in the world. In Austria, great achievements, whether on rock or in competition, are lauded by the media and the public at large. The best climbers are seen as equals to Formula 1 drivers, football athletes, and other professional sportsmen. All of which means that Kilian and Anna, who are most at home in the outdoors, have to learn the skills to present themselves to a popular audience and learn to cope with the celebrity that comes with their mainstream popularity. With the competition season now concluded, the couple has a chance to head out and explore some new climbing areas. Having competed against hundreds of climbers from all over the world, Kilian and Anna have developed a vast network of friends, making it easy to connect and experience new places. The best part about heading out on their network is that when they do meet up with other climbers, like American Cody Roth, they don't have to worry about beating them, just enjoying open spaces and quality climbs.
Yeah, I know. Give you a good sign. planes too low. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, I know. It's a real good start. Words too low. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Sideways, country. Oh, and habits just begun. And I am the payback. Always loved the breeze, Dad. Always loved the sun. Ba-ba-bum-bum. Yeah, I know. A real good son. Planes too low. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, sing it awful good. It's all up to me. Sing it awful good. It's all up to me. Sing it awful good. Dad always loved the sun. Ba-ba-bum, bum. Ba-ba-bum, bum. Bum, ba-ba-bum, bum. Dad always loved the sun.
In addition to relaxed areas like Skyland and Crested Butte, Colorado is also home to some of the most extreme and difficult granite bouldering in the world. Almost every high-profile climber in the world has visited the boulders at Rocky Mountain National Park and Mount Evans to try the test pieces that hide in the massive hillsides and talus fields. This is where things get a little less casual.
Elevation for contribution to the progression of this violation.
huge amount of granite in Colorado has allowed it to become a global mecca for bouldering. But the lack of oxygen at the higher areas could be blamed for the rather interesting camaraderie that exists between the climbers.
What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Kilian Fischhuber. I am from Deutschland. The competition is so much more difficult. I'm the best competition climber, so it's no problem for me when I come to the rock. I just climb everything easily. The hiking is ridiculous. No one should ever hike this far to go bouldering.
It's not uncommon for World Cup climbers to go on a tear immediately following the conclusion of the season, but the second half of the visit was an amazing display of what happens when an athlete brings their competition fitness to an untapped area. The amazing boulders of Colorado have created more than just challenging routes for people visiting the area. They also created a fantastic culture of difficult climbing that has helped hone the skills of some of the best professional climbers who are out in the network today. One of these individuals cut their teeth on the boulders in Colorado, and now, having completed just about every difficult problem the state has to offer, has focused his energy worldwide. This fall, he's taken up residence in the valleys of Switzerland. Daniel Woods.
When we trained with Daniel, it was obvious from the beginning on that he has really a good capability to hold really small crimps. His finger power is just amazing. I think I've seen just 2 or 3 other people in the world who have a similar finger power than he has. He is one of the best, so I think it's just logical that he can live from that and also for a long time, and then it's best to focus on what you can do best.
Daniel definitely has a different lifestyle, mostly just because he is on the forefront of bouldering. I've never had a real big passion of going and finding new boulders, mostly because it's very time consuming. It takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of training. I have the utmost respect for Daniel for doing that. He's dedicated his life and he's succeeding at it. He's one of the very few climbers in the world that is strong enough to do it, and he has the passion to keep going.
My name's Daniel Woods. I'm from Boulder, Colorado, currently residing in Ticino, Switzerland. I'm pretty psyched because, yeah, a lot of my friends are coming out to stay in Ticino, and that's kind of something I've also been missing in my climbing, is climbing with other people that are around my same strength or stronger than me, and getting motivation by watching them succeed.
Anyone who has climbed with Daniel can immediately appreciate his drive and determination. In fact, even other professional climbers awe at how completely Daniel has let climbing dominate his life. Other aspects of his life seem oddly out of balance in comparison.
Got bananas, milk, some carrots. It's taking a half hour to get like 4 things.
I have a lot of stuff. I need a basket.
Last time I had salmon with lemon juice, it was actually not so good. Nice. Good workout. This is our ride, the Airbus. Peter the Airbus. He's a little old, but a little banged up, but still runs like a champ. What attracts me to bouldering is the personal struggle. A lot of climbers like to specialize in flashing or finding things that they could maybe do very quickly. I feel like I'm the opposite. I like something to shut me down, to keep me going in climbing.
Quite a lot of Daniel's skill can be attributed to the importance he places on completing his projects, but occasionally this obsession turns against him when he comes up against a problem that just won't yield.
I just had this experience with one of the climbs up the hill somewhere in between in Magicwood, where it was graded 8B, but for me it felt like one of the hardest climbs I've completed. Didn't really come down to a physical battle, but more of a mental battle, because I got it stuck in my head I was going to fall in one single place all the time, and I had to overcome that and kind of break my plateau.
For Daniel to fail on a boulder for 10 plus days is, I never thought it would happen. The moves are just, they're so hard.
No!
And I could see it, that it's really frustrating. And Daniel, he keeps his composure pretty well. I know the frustration of falling and knowing you're strong enough to do the boulder, but just not having it come together.
Keep it. No! No!
I knew he was gonna do it. I just found that every time he would try it, it was like throwing the craps dice, and the one time that it landed on Snake Eyes, he was gonna do the problem.
Yeah!
Come on. Come on, dude.
Yes! Woo!
dude. Nice job. Thanks. Sick work.
Some of Daniel's biggest successes have been met only with the acknowledgement of a few friends, but somehow the satisfaction of completing these lines is enough to keep him searching for the next challenge. While Daniel focuses almost all his attention on rock, Sean McCall has been darting back and forth from the very different worlds of competition, bouldering, and sport climbing for well over a decade.
My name is Sean McCall. I'm from Vancouver, Canada. I've been training for 3 or 4 days a week for almost 13 years now, and I just get to follow the World Cup circuit, which is my passion. I love doing it. The idea of competition is it's a different mentality from climbing outside. I mean, I respect people that do competitions, I respect people that climb outside full time, and for me, I just love doing both.
Sean's scientific approach to training has made him one of the most explosively powerful climbers in the network, and during his short visit to Switzerland, he was able to test himself on some of the most challenging lines of his life.
I'll try to make you feel nice.
Come on.
The new baseline is an AP Plus boulder. I've always wanted to try it, but at the same time I've always been so scared to try it. I don't know if a lot of climbers get like that, but if I want to try something, I really want to feel like I can do it.
Come on. Finish it up.
Oh, fuck. Jesus. After all those shitty tries.
Nice, dude.
It was clear to everyone that Sean was on a tear.
The shenanigans begin.
So with a little beta from Paul Robinson, Sean decided to try to flash an 8B boulder called Delusions of Grandeur. Succeeding would put him among just a few climbers who have ever flashed a problem of that difficulty.
Nice, dude. Come on out.
A good effort nonetheless. 3 days later, Sean won the final event of the Lead Climbing World Cup in Kranj, Slovenia. With one of the most impressive and wide-ranging tick lists in the entire sport, Paul Robinson has the kind of power and finesse that turn impossible-looking boulders into a fluid, graceful series of moves. However, Paul is much different from the other climbers on the network who thrive under the pressure of competition.
When I do a competition, I know that there's going to be a core group of climbers there that it's going to be really hard for me to compete against them because they're world-class athletes. Kilian Fischhuber, Gabri Maroney, Daniel Woods, people all over the world that train year-round. They're just competition climbers, and that's what they're after. The pressure involved with competition climbing has always been a pressure that's been really hard for me to deal with and has been a very negative pressure that has upset me time and time again.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen.
For me to succeed, I need to be pushing myself, not to beat other people, but to be outside and climb something amazing that I've never done before or has never ever been climbed before. The goal is always the same, whether you're with friends or you're by yourself, it's just to get to the top of the boulder. Trip so far has kind of been, trying to find new boulders and put up first descents, and you hear about lines all over the place, and
you go out and half the time they're impossible or not that good of a quality or whatever, and some of the time you get that lucky chance where like it's amazing and it's really hard and it's really climbable.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, I thought I was out of there. Oh my god! Ultimate devastation. Oh.
Meanwhile, just weeks before the next World Cup season starts, Kilian decides to take a trip to Turkey to check out some of the extensive bouldering around Bafa Lake.
I've heard about Bafa Lake before, and I've seen photos in a magazine and a little video clip on the internet. And then I got in touch with the local climber, Sorby, and he immediately responded and wrote me an email and invited us to come here for bouldering. I think Sorby is a really talented and really motivated climber. He wants to climb and he wants to achieve things, new things and projects, and like he wants to push his level. Yesterday, as we saw him on this project, he kind of risked a lot and the landing wasn't so good.
Okay. Fuck! Okay.
I think he changed a little bit in the nature. It's more relaxed, more fun, and
Yeah, just gotta work it, guys.
and it's different.
It's not my fault that I am as I am. You made me. You are my father and my mother. Yeah, I think about comps right now because I have to think about how I will prepare for the coming event. But this is just more fun than training.
Even as the most decorated competition climber ever, he's never won a single event of any type in his hometown of Innsbruck. Now, with the World Cup season closing in, Kilian is faced with an important decision, whether to return to the competition circuit with its pressure and expectations, or to focus his energy on outdoor pursuits.
I think you have to listen to your body, but also to your motivation and to your head, and do what is best for you.
1976, Franz Klammer, Austrian skier, came to the city in search of Olympic glory. Under pressure from a nation who expected him to win, he had to defeat one of the great skiers of his time. He did the business and took home Olympic gold. 36 years on, and 4 local Austrians again trying to follow in Klammer's footsteps as they are under pressure from a town who expects them to do well. This should be a cracker. Welcome to the final of this IFFC World Cup event here in Innsbruck.
Yo, what up guys? We're in Innsbruck watching the World Cup semi-finals.
It was really good. I started a little bit earlier than usual, and so I had not so much pressure.
Before you actually go onto the competition ball, you walk into the isolation zone and you're a little bit nervous, and you're looking around and you can see all these other amazing climbers around, but you tend to get into this zone, so there's this your own area, your own box. A lot of climbers, they have headphones, they're really completely isolated in their own little world. The first boulder is obviously very, very nerve-wracking. It's decisive in how your competition will go.
Kilian is able to make the finals, alongside a talented field including Sean McCall and Rustam Gelmanov, who will be the sole representative of the Russian team in the finals and poses the greatest threat to Kilian's victory. After the first problem, the field is tied, despite Kilian appearing to be the closest. On the second problem, Rustam succeeds, placing the pressure on Kilian to match the effort. The two are the only ones to complete the problem. The final boulder will decide who takes home the gold. Rustam makes it to the last move, but falls, leaving Kilian with the narrowest of opportunities to seize the victory. Anna has a tremendous competition and wins the women's field. An impressive victory and a perfect outcome for the hometown crowd. As the World Cup circuit starts to heat up in Europe, the conditions are starting to reach their prime elsewhere in the world, drawing a very different type of climber seeking a very different type of experience.
Yeah, welcome to Australia.
A team of 2 Americans, Ian Dory and Dave Graham, along with 1 Finn, Nali Hukataival, have taken up residence in the Grampian mountain range and are going about the process of developing new bouldering areas from scratch.
The rock's absolutely amazing. There's so much of it. Like, this is exactly what we've been looking for. This is our 2nd year here in a row now, and just the rock seems never ending.
There's a bunch more back here.
But when I came here, I was immediately like, this is the sickest rock I've ever seen, and it's like the only rock I want to climb on. Now that I've come here for myself, I've started to realize the actual depth and the potential that is actually like hidden, which not even the previous generations of climbers I think that came here really noticed. There's a lot of work to develop bouldering. One of the first things that needs to be done is discovering the zones that you want to develop first.
These maps are crap. Who made these maps? They're crap.
This is the rough.
They're all crap.
Once you find the boulders, then you need to get your crash pads up there with all your gear, which is your ropes and stuff like that, your harness, your brushes. From that point, you need to assess the problems, whether they're doable or not.
Get your...
Keep going, dude. Alright, I'm good. I'm on. That was actually one of the most amazing things that's ever happened in my life.
Then the next thing you do is kind of look around and see if the landing's okay. And typically the landing's not okay, because typically the problems that we're interested here are like 10 meters tall.
Get that smell of that dirt, you know? You can smell the dirt. Get some dirt in your hands. Something about like, you know, dudes go fishing, dudes hunt, dudes drink beer and bro out and stuff. This is what we do. Some people take fishing trips, we take rock climbing trips, and what we do is we build landings and brush rocks clean.
So we're just trying to talk super quiet right now because we're mourning the rock climbing session we have just probably lost. It's sad. But there is the slight possibility that if it doesn't start dripping down above us, then it can dry still.
Just very hard to be psyched in these conditions, I think, but it's what you get sometimes. I don't know.
Come on, Nali. Get your... Come on, Nali. Good. Come on. Yes. Yep. Come on, Nali.
Wet.
Come on.
It's wet.
Come on, buddy. Get it?
It's wet.
Come on, dude.
Wet.
Go.
Wet.
Nice.
Nice, dude. Come on. Sick, man. Not yet. Can you move the pads? Come on, man. You got this shit, dude. Big holes. Very big holes.
Shoes are really wet, so. Yeah. Nice one now. Awesome.
Sick, dude. That was legend, man.
That was great.
That was absolutely legend.
Part of my passion as a developer is to show people the stuff I've found.
This piece is this mountain right.
That's like usually one of the things that I can take a lot of energy from, you know? It gets me going, it gets me all psyched up, so.
The small hand is where all the bouldering is.
Killian's coming here and made a nice guidebook for him for the new area and kind of pointed out the places we think are good for new developments.
When I saw the photos of Nalle and Dave and Ian in the climbing magazines bouldering around here, that I was sure I want to go here in summer. The quality of rock here is really, really good. It's really solid and the climbing is really powerful. I think that in the Grampians there are some of the best boulders in the world. I mean, the project wall is really stunning and kind of unique. This area really has world-class potential.
Everybody stand up, don't just act as if you ain't hearing what's going on. It goes 1 for the listener, 2 for the participant, 3 for how the rhythm has a touch of the magnificent.
I need some rockets to open with something that opens up eyes. Can't over-spiritualize, exposing truth and lies. Get live, ripping mics over grimy, beautiful mysteries. Drum machines and symphonies combined with rhyme delivery. Not real busting through the door. Just let me take the floor and I'll start swinging my sword. Ripping poet, ripping rapid raps, automatic fire. So the flesh, elevated style takes you higher. Connect with the crowd, really well endowed. Freestyle, record it, then go back and write it down. Pitch control takes the round, changing up the sound, making sure your records don't hit and never leave the ground. Yeah, like that, the brilliance shine on tracks to shine through your bedroom window and melt all your wax. Committed since I came in, raps cracking pavement, focused on the arrangement of life, not entertainment. I rock hard, turn hard rock, grizzly MCs and the stuffed animals getting wrapped up and placed under trees. One of the hottest MCs, and I'm just heating up. Slow roses to perfection, yo, microwave and jump.
Everybody stand up, don't just act as if you ain't hearing what's going on. It goes 1 for the listener, 2 for the participant, 3 for how the rhythm has a touch of the magnificent.
Everybody stand up, don't just act as if you ain't hearing what's going on. It goes 1 for the listener, 2 for the participant, 3 for how the rhythm has a touch of the magnificent.
Ease up, brethren and medicine's here. Who won comes as the champion of soul repair. I'm meddling in an unsettling, heartless hemisphere. Step across the gap that y'all been trying to bridge for years. Clear-headed in theory, but appearing to be misguided. Lost with a straight face, purpose to breathe is undecided. But am I surprised with this? Naive eyewitness, I see my gift. This sight, well, alright, I just might be a provider of light. Under submission of life, what I like and the likes of like in a fight. A raw stance to take, shatter and break the mold. Distance myself from the governings that try to control. My free will is to be still or take action. Pupil of the master who motivates my passionate existence. It's the resistance to the pits and tricks that depict the victim as me when they've already been defeated. Everybody stand up, don't just act as if you ain't hearing what's going on. It goes 1 for the listener, 2 for the participant, 3 for how the rhythm has a touch of the magnificent.
Everybody stand up, don't just act as if you ain't hearing what's going on. It goes 1 for the listener, 2 for the participant, 3 for how the rhythm has a touch of the magnificent.
Yeah, as cool as the bouldering here is, the spot climbing is even more stunning. I found a project on Taipon Wall which hasn't been climbed yet, and it's the extension to a really famous 7B+ in the red part of the wall. Yeah, so far I can't even tell if it's possible to do it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's doable, but I can't tell. The first part of the route is not too difficult, and where it connects to the extension there's a really far and difficult jump, and that's kind of where the game starts, because the holes after that get really small and it might be really, really difficult. Yeah, the dyno is a really tricky move. It's not too far, but it's really steep and you can't see the hold where you're getting to. I hope I can do the dyno, but yeah, the thing is you have to kind of hike the 7B+ many times to try the dyno and stick the dyno. The problem is I have no endurance. I mean, I compensate a lot with my power and dynamic movement, but At the end, it's just about endurance for the last moves. After that, I traverse almost hanging to the left and do some far but not too difficult moves. Today is the fifth day I'm trying this route, and I got to a really high point. I fell at the last move. I even had the last hold where I'm pretty sure I won't fall anymore. The route is really complex and all piles up, and in total it's super difficult. Yeah, I think if I have 2 more days to try the route, it should work out, but yeah, you never know. Climbing contains so many aspects. I can't describe climbing as the one thing that makes it so attractive for me. It's this whole thing around the sport which keeps developing as climbing develops in a way. So this whole package of interesting things makes it the coolest thing I do.